Hey everyone, this is Cathy Appetizer here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a taste of my hometown. I'm going to be making a hot, piping, delicious pizza dip made with Philadelphia cream cheese and Chef Boyardee pizza sauce. Alright, I'm going to show you the ingredients that you're going to need. I'm using two 8-ounce packages of Philadelphia cream cheese, room temperature. You want it real soft so it can stir up real well. I'm going to be using approximately a half a can of the Chef Boyardee pizza sauce. You can use any kind you want, but I'm going with my hometown favorite. I'm going to be also using Kraft Italian 5-cheese cheese. And I'm going to also be using, this is a sun-dried tomato and a garlic pesto mix. That's going to be my flavoring inside of my pizza dip. Okay, so I'm going to be serving some nice warm cheesy garlic bread to go along with it, and that's what I started with first. It's kind of cut down on your time while your dip is in your oven. I started with just making your average normal garlic bread, butter, garlic. I used 1 stick of butter for the entire Italian loaf. Then I topped it with a little bit of Italian seasoning, baked it off in the 350-degree oven for about 8 or so minutes so it gets nice and melted. Because we're going to stick it back in the oven once the dip comes out. We're going to put some provolone cheese all over it. Okay? So, let's get to making our dip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons of this seasoning. Now this has like garlic and minced onion and dried basil all mixed through it. Okay, and then next I'm going to take about a cup of the 5 cheeses and stir it together. This is so simple and so easy, but everyone's going to love it. Okay. Make sure your cream cheese is nice and soft. You could use your blender for it, but it's nice and soft, so you're not going to really have any lumps in it. And if you do, it's just going to melt out anyhow. Alright, so I got it all mixed up, all ready to go. We're going to put it in our 9.5-inch baking pan, or baking pie dish. Okay. Look how nice and neat that came out. Alright. So what you want to do, once you get it in here, that's not working that well. You just want to spread it all over the bottom of your pie dish. This is so delicious. Smell the garlic on the garlic bread. Alright, look how easy that is. Let's get it all over. And next, what you're going to want to do is your pizza sauce. And I'm just going to take and dump. And then spread. You could serve this with crackers too. That'd be really good with crackers. And like a Melba toast. A little bit more sauce. And it's ready to go in the oven. Actually, I'm going to take and put a little bit of fresh basil on it. I was going to save it for on the bread, but it looks so pretty. I'm just going to add it to it right now. Okay, let's get her in the oven, and I'm going to show you how to do the bread next. Okay, so while our pizza dip is in the oven cooking for about 15-20 minutes or so at 350, you just want to make sure that it's nice and the cheese is nice and hot and bubbly and delish. Okay, so for the bread, like I said before, I just got your average at your local bakery, at your grocery store, an Italian loaf, sliced it down the middle. I used 1 stick of butter with minced garlic in it, spread it over the top, baked in the oven about, I think it was like 8 minutes or so. You'll know when it's done, when it's all melted and stuff. You don't want to burn it or anything because we're going to stick it back in and broil it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I cut up some nice beautiful fresh basil, and I'm going to just sporadically put it over my bread. And I'm going to top it with some provolone cheese, and I'm going to stick it back on my tray. And then as soon as the pizza dip is done, I'm going to throw this back in to the oven and broil it. So, provolone cheese. Got this in the deli section of my grocery store. I find it's a little cheaper than some of the packets out there that they have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 slices. So you can put as many slices on as you want, as much cheese as you want. That's what I'm using. So we're just going to wait for our dip to get done and the bread to get done, and be back in a minute. Okay, so I think it's time. I think our dip's all ready to go. I'm going to get it out of the oven right now. Alright. Okay, we're going to go for the second try of this because I just burnt my arm trying to get it out the first time. Okay, our dip's ready to go, so let's get it out of the oven. Alright. Oh, look at that. It's piping hot. Delish. Now, get the oven quick on broil to get the bread in. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do just to finish the dip off. So, it looks pretty like that, you know, but just a little bit more cheese on the top we're going to take, and we're going to sprinkle just a little bit of Parmesan on the top. And now we just got to wait for our bread and we're ready to go. Okay, prime example of why you should pay attention to your bread when it's in the oven. So, we're going to have to fix this up. And I'm sure I'm not the first person to burn their bread. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take and we're going to cut off the sides before we cut anything. Or how about we just cut it and then cut the edges off. So, look at how nice and beautiful that provolone is. Oh, it's hot. Very hot. Very, very hot. Alright. Burning the crap out of my fingers. At least I didn't burn it all the way through, just the edges. I caught it in time. We were just sitting here admiring the beautiful, scrumptious looking dip that we just can't wait to get our mouths around. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'll just cut off the edges here. Cut them off all of them, so then nobody will ever know. Alright, so I'm going to scoop a little bit out and put it on the plate to show you how it looks inside. Okay? There we go. Get in there. Oh, look at that. Salt, herbs, and stuff inside. It's delicious. There you go. Dig in and enjoy. Alright, so I hope you guys really try this really easy, really simple dish that's a taste of my hometown.